Okay, we gotta make this thing varmint proof. What I mean by varmint proof is any of these cracks, anything like through here, you can see down where the wood goes in. So this is all gonna be we'll get the J channel pushed up there, and we can either slide coil down there, aluminum trim coil in there, or go along and lay our steel wool with great stuff in there. You can see where the rat's been trying to eat in through there. That gets done. I'm gonna have to get myself a curb or threshold to mount there because there's daylight coming from the inside there. So we're gonna go on the inside and look for daylight coming in there. And wherever there is, we gotta block off, which you can see down in the bottom hole, down in the corner. Somebody had already done this pretty good, so this is already taken care of. We got a big hole back here that's got to get addressed, whether we again use concrete or whatnot like they did here. We'll pull these shells off of here and make sure that this wall is stable. And that would secure this garage. We got to get weather stripping on the outside of this garage door, and we need to get a deadbolt and a lock for this here too, and get this situated to rent out. Okay, around the base we can see, like, if we got any gaps in there, we can fill them with concrete. Fill it with concrete. Hole right there, fill it with concrete. Okay, coming through the back here, this concrete is pretty stable. Somebody went ahead and they did something here. This is the back side of the garage, so that's pretty stable. We got a corner behind that shovel we may want to deal with. We're going to go along this grass section just like we did on the side of the building. We're going to cut the siding just above that, just below that notch there. Get aluminum trim coil on. We're going to dig down about 6 or 8 inches into the grass and bury the coil down into the grass, this full length, going all the way to the corner. We want to do the same thing all the way to that concrete pad there, and fill it with fill in the side with concrete just like we did over in that area there. So all of this will have to form the aluminum to fit. So once we cut this siding, we'll have a better feel for what we need. We get in through here, we want to make sure that we got new coil coming all the way down to the concrete here, flared out nice and tight. Maybe even pour some concrete or some blacktop patch up against it, might even be the better route. This gets filled in with styrofoam and spray foam, or not, I'm sorry, steel wool and spray foam, so nothing can get in there. This is the utility room. I'm going to make sure that this door is stable. Go through inside of here, make sure there's no daylight coming in through here, and we want traps set in here. Matter of fact, there should be some traps set in here. I wonder if they did that yet. Doesn't look like it, but we're going to get this thing all swept up and cleaned out too. This is getting kind of musty and moldy. This handles all of our hot water tanks and whatnot. So we want to make sure that all of this is picked up. This gets spray foamed and sealed off. We'll cut the bottom 6 inches of drywall down there and put in either a Marlite or plywood, something of that sort. We got a big gaping hole up here that's for venting. We gotta let this warm air out somehow. We got the vent here, so that's okay. Leave that alone. This gets filled in here. I'm gonna go through, put aluminum coil all the way down to the concrete here. Same thing down to here, or that blacktop patch that we got in there. Tamp it right in. Then we're gonna go ahead and dig down here and make it meet just like we did on this whole side. This came up wonderful. This is exactly what we want. But we got to stop these from getting in before we can trap them inside and get rid of them. Okay. We're going to end up, the soffit has to get straightened out. It's falling down. This upper gutter, we got to look at this seam. We got a seam in the gutter up here. We got to look at this thing possibly taking and extending one of these gutters one way or another, because this ices up right down over this door just like it did on the opposite side. Make sure this spout is delivered in the lower gutter. Got to get up and take a look at this roof. This lower gutter's got a little bit of damage to it, but it should be doing fine. Going through and adjusting all the soffits and that. We got a corner post here that has to be, this all has to be reattached. This is coming right apart, so this has got to get all reattached and boarded real well. Okay.